Dear all, today topic is synonyms and antonyms, which is part of vocabulary. First of all, we will discuss about the synonyms. We all know that the English language abounds in synonyms, and that a synonym is a word or phrase that has exactly the same, nearly the same, or similar meaning as another word or phrase in the same language. But have you ever wondered why there should be two or more words referring to the same thing? For example, is there any difference between like buy and purchase? Did you find any difference between these two words? Nothing. Okay, these two words are give same meaning. So here we can say easily these words are synonyms. Need and require, gift and present, understand and comprehend, and so on. So all the people to understand why there are so many synonyms in English language, let us observe at the following. Mainly in English language, what is the source of vocabulary? English vocabulary. What is the source of English vocabulary? A majority of English words come from two main sources: Germanic languages and Romance languages. English is a Germanic language but has a large number of words from Latin and French languages. Okay, you have to remember this word, this sentence. English is a Germanic language but has a large number of words from Latin and French languages. According to some estimates, according to depend some surveys, 29% of English words have a Latin origin. Means here we borrowed from that particular language only, and 29 another 29 have a French origin, and 26% have a Germanic origin. Okay, you can understand what is the English vocabulary, and whatever we are going to uh, study or prepare something about English vocabulary, among them some of borrowed from or received from, taken from other languages only. Words of Greek origin are 6%, and words of all other languages are 10. Okay, you know very well, while we are going to read any kind of subject, uh, if we study about the definition of something, we can some kind of situations, this word is taken from, this word is borrowed from Latin or Greek. You can understand, you can experience that one. Okay, you don't know, because of such words are taken from other language, other origins, like Germanic, French and Latin, and other languages also. And it means here, whatever we are studying in English vocabulary, some of them are taken from or borrowed from other German, other languages. And what this means is that sometimes the original native words as well as the new foreign word both remain in the use at the same time. For example, Arthur Author you know very well. This is the Germanic. Response is a Latinate word. Ask is a Germanic, and inquire is a Latinate. Begin and Germanic commence. Those words are give same meaning. Big Germanic origin and large Latinate. Similarly, help Anglo-Saxon origin aid and Old French origin weep. Like this, so many words are there borrowed from other languages. Okay, what is the history of English and what is the history of England? French and Latin words entered the English language because the English speaking Anglo Saxons were invaded and ruled by the French speaking Anglo Normans for a few hundred years. Similarly, as Britain colonized and or conducted business with other parts of the world, it adopted many words from the languages of those countries or regions. English words such as Bangla, cart, dacoit, jungle, shampoo all have a Hindi or Urdu origin. Okay, what do you understand from this story here? What is the history of English and England here? French and Latin words entered the English language because English speaking Anglo Saxons were invaded the rule by the French speaking. What are the words we are learning in English vocabulary? Those words are taken from, those words are entered from the uh, French and Latin because of while they are speaking with the English people, automatically those words are included in English language. And at the same time, Anglo Normans for hundreds of years they were doing such business like that. Okay, at the time of doing their business, their speaking words are there. Whatever they spoke with other people, there those people also followed whichever they were used the words. Automatically, their origin of Latin and French mingled or clubbed with the English language. At the same time, British colonial as Britain colonized or conducted business with other parts of the world. The Britishers also ruled all over the country, all over the world, all over the world. That kind of situations, the Britishers, uh, the way of easy business, they are introduced their languages into the some of the countries in the world. So whatever they were learned, those words are included into the worldwide. So the origin of French and Latin Greek words are uh, thoroughly used uh, used in the world. Okay, these situations, and not only this kind of situations, because what I want to say here, for example, in India, we don't know what is the English language. The Britishers uh, been has been started to learn to establish the English schools and to learn the English among the Indian people for the sake of their business, easy business. So automatically the Indians are uh, trying to learn English, and they have been learning from that stage. Not only Britain and French and Latin, some of the words are originate from the Urdu and Hindi also. Whatever we are using in English vocabulary, those words are taken from like borrowed from Hindi and Urdu origins also. Okay, what I want to say here, whatever we are using in English vocabulary, those words are um, borrowed from other origins, like whatever we discussed: French, Latin, and Germanic, and Hindi, Urdu, Greek, French, like that languages. Okay, this is the history of England. And although it is common to say that synonyms are words or phrases with the same meanings, we must also appropriate the fact that words have shades of meaning, and therefore one word cannot be blindly substituted by another. Okay, also each word has a slightly different weight, and therefore should be used in appropriate to the context. A heavy word in the light context will make it meaningless. Okay, whatever we are using to say which is the word used for that particular word as a synonym, that word gives 100% of similar meaning, so that we call a synonym. Otherwise we cannot use that word for that another word as a synonym. For example, a word like beautiful has more than 20 synonyms, but they cannot all be used as substitute of each other. Okay, what it means here, whatever we are using that word as a synonym, that word gives to the particular the same meaning. Otherwise we cannot use any word. Beautiful is generally used for women, and handsome for men, and good looking can be used for both. Pretty is a little less than beautiful and is often used for children and young girls. Charming has more to do with manners than with looks, and gorgeous is a rather hyperbolic term, and unless used in the right context becomes meaningless, and so on. These are the words regarding how we use the words to the human beings. Pretty, good looking, handsome, beautiful, charming, and gorgeous. This kind of words we use to say here uh, for the human beings. Here, one exercise is there which is relating to the synonyms. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate word. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate. Example sentence is she looked dash in the fancy dress. She looked dash in the fancy dress. We have two words are there. Two uh, two words give maximum similar meaning, but which word is suitable for that sentence? That is very very important. Okay, she looked dash in the fancy dress. Okay, here options are pretty and delightful, which is the right choice for that sentence. Fair and extent means here pretty, and delightful, charming, wonderful book. It is going to say here to the things, and here pretty and delightful, two words are there. We have to choose only one word. She looked dash in the fancy dress. Pretty is the right word for that sentence. Okay, we look into the exercise. The first one, the China cups were brightly colored and dash. The china cups were brightly colored and dash, which is the right option for that sentence. Dainty or bony. Okay, already in first example, I will be explained about what is and how to use for the things. Here, china cups were brightly colored and dash. Dainty means here things we have to use to the things that is delicate. It means here delicate and bony attractive. And china cups, how the Chinese materials you know very well. And here dainty, the word how to use in this blank dainty. China cups were brightly colored and dainty. Disappointment was writ large on his dash face. Okay, in this sentence we must be identify if we are not understanding which word how to use in that particular blank. Okay, if we go with pronoun. Okay, his already we discussed. For men we have to use handsome. Okay, in this sentence beautiful and handsome are words are there. Okay, beautiful we cannot use to the men. Okay, his me is a that is a pronoun. Okay, pronoun for the substitute for the noun. Okay, we can easily identify that word is handsome. Disappointment was writ large on his handsome face. The design on the hand woven shawl was dash, exquisite and ravishing. Okay, what is the right word for that blank or sentence? The design on the hand woven shawl was here exquisite is the right thing. The celebration were followed by a dash fireworks display. Here the words are spectacular and delectable. Okay, the celebrations were followed by dash fireworks display. Okay, here spectacular, whatever they are using to and like that word celebrations. Okay, beautiful, more or extremely like spectacular mean whatever they are how they are celebrating their celebrations here indicating that spectacular fireworks display. Okay, different fireworks are there present days. Okay, how they are celebrating with fireworks that fireworks are indicating spectacular. The sunrise at Kanyakumari is dash here beguiling or gorgeous. Okay, the sunrise at Kanyakumari is beguiling or gorgeous. Two similar and among them, which is right for that sentence. Gorgeous or attractive. The sunrise or Kanyakumari is dash beguiling or this is very very tough words are there. Gorgeous is the right one. The peacock is a very showy bird with dash plumage. Here, resplendent is the right word. Another word is calmly. Okay, two words are there: resplendent and calmly. Calmly, it is used for the woman, and here resplendent, brightly colored. Okay, peacock is a heavy, showy bird with plumage. Plumage means whatever. If you have any experience with peacock, you can understand plumage in that how it is. Next, each feather of peacock is tipped with an dash eye spot. Okay, we observe the peacock's feather, how it is. It is alluring or iridescent, showing many colors. Okay, how the feathers are looking like. You know where the feathers of peacock are many colored, showing many colors here. Iridescent is the right word for that. Alluring, not suitable for that sentence. Each feather of the peacock is tipped with an iridescent. Okay, is the right word. The handmade chocolates were delectable or dazzling. The handmade chocolates were dash, delectable and dazzling. Dazzling and delectable are two words are there. We have to choose right one for that sentence. Delectable is a right word. Should be used for the food taste. Handmade chocolates for handmade. Handmade chocolates are very taste. Okay, that taste and food it included in delectable. Okay, dazzling not giving particular meaning. The village by the sea offers by the shops and restaurant. Here, alluring and admirable. Two words are there. We have to choose only one of them. Alluring is the right word for sentence. Next, Benares presents a dash maze of narrow streets. Here, picturesque and statuesque. Two words are there. We have to choose only one of them. Picturesque is the right word for that sentence. Benares presents dash page of narrow streets. While we are going through that text, we can understand how the Benares streets are there. Okay, this is the first exercise relating to the synonyms, and on some are fill in the blanks are there. From the words given in the box, choose the most appropriate synonym for the words in italics. Okay, dog is a faithful animal. Okay, faithful is the word. We have to select for the synonym which is the right thing, which is the right synonym for that, which is the right word for that another word. Okay, faithful and loyal. Those two words are give similar meaning. The old, the man was old and looked frail. Frail, weak. These two words are synonyms. Frail, weak. Frail is the word has given in this textbook, and we have to choose the right synonym for that word. Being courteous cost you thing. Okay, courteous is the word has given, and which is the right synonym for that word. Polite is the right word for that, courteous or courteous. The huge mansion looked empty. Okay, empty you know very well, which is the right synonym for that empty. Vacant. The police ensured that the street was safe, secure. Secure is the synonym for the safe. He was bothered by the loud music. Bothered is a word there, which is the right. Annoyed, bothered, annoyed. Okay. The juggler tricks were confusing. The juggler means it magician. Tricks were confusing. What is the right? Buffling. Buffling is the right synonym. The city was hit by a terrible storm. Terrible is a word. There we should be select the same meaning, which is for that. Terrible, awful. OWFUL. A huge crowd had gathered on the momentous occasion. Okay, Historic is the right word for the momentous. This is not an exhaustive list of synonyms. This is not an exhaustive list of synonyms. Exhaustive is the word. Okay. Complete is a suitable word for that. Means here synonym. Right synonym for exhaustive is complete. Okay, like this, unhappy and sad. If you do my normal work, I will get my regular salary. Okay, what are the similar meanings words in this sentence? If I do my normal work, I will get my regular salary. Normal, regular. If you know the ball to the dog, it will toss it back to you. Throw and toss. You will find your way if you stay on the right path. Path. The stuntman leaped into the air and jumped over the face. Into, leaped and jumped are the similar meaning words. If you listen carefully, you can hear the bird song. Listen here. The gloomy day was marked by dark clouds. Gloomy, dark. Okay, these are the similar meanings, synonyms. His hourly wages are much higher than my monthly salary wages. The car engine was noisy and horn was loud. Noisy, loud. Two words are synonyms. The gang of robbers disappear into the crowd. Gang and crowd. Tread cautiously when you walk in the garden. Okay. Walk and tread cautiously when walk in the garden. This is the sentences we have to identify the synonyms. Next, antonyms. Next, antonym. What is the antonym? Antonym is a word or a phrase that has the opposite meaning to another word or phrase in the same language. Okay. Once again, antonym is a word or a phrase that has the opposite meaning to another word or phrase in the same language. For example, poor, rich. Poor is the word and rich is the opposite word. Shift and slow. These words are opposite or antonyms. Okay, one exercise is there relating to the antonyms. Simply I will be explain. The fabric was very smooth. Smooth is a word we should be select for the antonyms. Okay, what I have to do here? We must be select for the antonym. Smooth, rough. Okay, desert was awful. Awful is the word we have to select for the right antonym for that. Wonderful, awful, wonderful. Monsoon arrived late this year. Late, early. The umpire decision was fair. Fair and based. In his inaction shows his tacit support. Explicit. Tacit, explicit. When the government changed his position, become precarious. Secure. Precarious, secure. And the teacher berated the student for their performance. Praised. Berated and praised. The map is very inconvenient. handy. Big cities are becoming famous for their pollution. Notorious. The leader expelled the new entrants. Welcomed. These are the words to uh, give some of antonyms in this particular session. I hope you will be understand uh, all the synonyms and antonyms clearly. You may try to understand what is the synonym and what is the antonym, and how could we identify the synonym, and what how will be identify the antonym. Okay, what is antonym and what is synonym. Okay, thank you all.